Thanks for watching ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to our news broadcast. First, let's look at the stories making top headlines today. 46 patients diagnosed positive for COVID-19. Seminar on strengthening organizational capacity. Five shot in Louisiana, third U.S. multiple shooting in one day. U.S. says Chad rebels heading towards capital from north. Announcement from the Ministry of Health. 46 patients have been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out in the past 3 days at quarantine centers in Gash Barka, Southern Red Sea, Northern Red Sea, Central and Ansbar regions. Out of these, 18 patients are from quarantine centers in Golich, Adibara, Adigirar and Mansoura, Gash Barka region. 17 patients are from quarantine centers in Asab, Southern Red Sea region. 7 patients are from quarantine centers in Massawa, Northern Red Sea region. 2 patients are from quarantine centers in Sana'a and Adkhwala, Southern region. 1 patient is from quarantine center in Asmara, Central region. The last patient is from quarantine center in Karan, Ansbar region. Meanwhile, 46 patients who have been receiving medical treatment in hospitals in the Southern, Northern Red Sea and Central regions have recovered fully and have been discharged from these facilities. The total number of recovered patients has accordingly risen to 3,334, while the number of deaths stands at 10. The total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has increased to 3,537. Ministry of Health, Asmara, 19 April 2021. The National Union of Eritrean Women branch in Sweden organized a seminar on 17 April aimed at strengthening organizational capacity. The seminar was attended by representatives of the union branch from 17 Swedish cities as well as invited guests. At the occasion, discussion papers on strengths and advantages of the National Union of Eritrean Women organization were presented, and the participants conducted extensive discussion on the papers presented and adopted various recommendations. The National Union of Eritrean Women branch in Sweden was established 10 years ago. Livestock vaccination program that has been conducted in Agordat subzone is significantly contributing in the development of livestock as well as dairy products in the subzone. Indicating that there are about 360,000 livestock in the subzone, Mr. Tedros Gabramariam, head of the Ministry of Agriculture in the subzone, said that as a result of the sustainable follow-up by agricultural experts and participation of farmers, the livestock are free of various animal diseases and in good condition. Mr. Tedros went on to say that the success of the vaccination program has been the result of the sustainable professional advice and follow-up of agricultural professionals, coupled with growing awareness of farmers on the significance of vaccination program in the development and health of livestock. Mr. Tedros called for sustainable soil and water conservation activities and preservation of grazing lands with a view to realize the intended goal of livestock development and thereby increase dairy products and play due part in ensuring food security. Mr. Tedros also called on farmers to properly use the resources available in their areas and immediately report to nearby agricultural and administration offices in case of an outbreak of animal diseases. That was our domestic news. Please stay tuned for the international right after the short break. 5 people were hospitalized after being shot and injured in Shreveport, Louisiana, the third multiple shooting reported in the United States within 24 hours. In a briefing to local news outlets, police said they were in the first stages of investigating the incident without confirming the number of people admitted to hospital nor their condition. Police officers were responding to traffic congestion reports when shots were heard. A police spokesman told reporters one victim was shot in the head while another suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Sunday's incidents came with the United States already on edge over a surge in shootings in recent weeks. A gunman killed 8 workers and himself at an Indianapolis FedEx center on Thursday night, with at least 7 deadly mass shootings reported in the United States over the past month. The United States said rebel fighters in Chad appeared to be moving towards the capital N'Djamena and ordered non-essential staff to leave, warning of possible violence. A spokesman for the Rebel Front for Change and Concord in Chad said its fighters had liberated the province of Kanem, some 220 kilometers from the capital N'Djamena, but the government denies this. A day earlier, the British government urged its citizens to leave Chad because of information that 2 rebel convoys on the move, one near the town of Faya, some 770 kilometers northeast of N'Djamena, and another by the town of Mao, the provincial capital of Kanem. Partial elections results showed President Idris Deby on course to extend his 3 decades in power, despite signs of growing discontent over his handling of the nation's oil wealth. Deby has won a majority in the all but 2 of the 84 departments announced so far and secured a plurality in the other 2, with 28 departments remaining, according to the Independent National Election Commission. A wildfire on the slopes of South Africa's Table Mountain has spread to the nearby University of Cape Town campus, forcing the evacuation of hundreds of students, officials said. The blaze spread quickly after breaking out on Sunday morning near a memorial to politician Cecil Rhodes because of the low humidity and dry bush. A restaurant was destroyed. The university's historic library and other buildings were also affected. 4 helicopters were waterbombing the flames. The fire created its own wind, further increasing the rate of spread, estimating that firefighters would need at least 3 days to control the blaze. More than 120 firefighters have been deployed to the area, and one had to be sent to hospital for treatment with burn wounds. The fire partially destroyed the University of Cape Town's Jager Library and the historic Monstret's Mill. Other buildings were also affected. Meanwhile, hikers in the Table Mountain National Park have been urged to leave, and drivers who had parked in the area had been told to collect their vehicles. And that was our news for tonight, dear viewers. It is good night from us.